What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I'll show you that collecting is fun. And in this video is just a celebration of the man we knew as Val Kilmer. The man that gave us the 90s Batman Forever. Man, if you have not heard, Val Kilmer passed away April 1st. What the day to pass on. April Fool's Day. And no, it was not a joke. He actually did pass. So I know you're not supposed to believe everything you see on April 1st, but this one was something to believe. Val Kilmer, man. I remember Val Kilmer, the first time I ever saw this man was in Willow as Mad Mardigan. Then after that, Top Gun. I think he's been in quite a few movies, but I can only list the movies that mean something to me because there was a lot of other stuff he watched or he was in, but I didn't really care, about all the other stuff. I didn't watch Island of Dr. Moreau, and it took me a while before I saw Tombstone. I wasn't really interested in it. Then I finally watched it, and I was like, oh, I see why this is a classic. But man, this guy got throat cancer in 2015. Throat cancer. I was like, what? I saw a picture of this guy. I was like, what happened to Val? Then I found out, oh, what? He had throat cancer. And apparently, he had an operation done, and it damaged his throat. So he had trouble speaking. So, of course, with Top Gun, he was great, Iceman and all that. But this man was in Top Gun Maverick. And it was such an emotional, such a cool thing to see this man in that movie, in the role that he played. How he was defending Maverick. Like, look, man, I can't teach them like you can. Like, we have butted heads many times, but man, you are proven to be someone I can count on. I will be your wingman. He said, I will be your wingman at any time. I support you, and he's been in Maverick. You saw that he was having his back for everything, almost everything. He was always vouching for him. He was always, Maverick is Maverick. He was, going against the rules, cutting against the grain, however you want to call it. He was going against the grain, kicking against the pricks, whatever. And he was just doing things his own way, free spirit. And that's exactly what Maverick is. That's the definition of Maverick, He was just all about that. And he was like, look, man, I vouch for you every time. You give me a whole lot of grief, but I vouch for you because you are definitely the real deal. And when he actually spoke in the movie, he was like, man, I know that was hard for him to speak, but he's like, I got to speak. Man, it was crazy, dude. So let's take a look at, I'm just going to read some stuff about what happened to this guy here. So let's see. So like I said, in 2015, he was diagnosed with throat cancer, and he went under a tracheal procedure that damaged his vocal cords, leaving him with severe difficulty speaking. He also went under chemotherapy and 2 tracheotomies. And then this year, he died of pneumonia. Golly, dude. That's crazy, man. It's just wild. This man, there's an ongoing joke online about his line in Tombstone. He said, I'm your Huckleberry. And then folks look it up and say, it's supposed to be I'm your Huckleberry or whatever. And he's like, nah. I said, I'm your Huckleberry. That's what I said. That's what I meant. And it was like, I don't know. He's like either confused about what to say or how to say it. I don't know. But that's how he did it. And that's how it is. I'm your Huckleberry. He even released a memoir called I'm Your Huckleberry, a memoir in 2020. And there's a documentary on him in 2021. So I kind of want to check that out. But I do know I want to check out some of the movies that he was in that means something to me. So like I said, he was in Willow. And I'm going to leave Batman Forever out for right now because that's kind of fresh in my mind. I watched that some time ago. But he was in Willow. Definitely want to watch that. And The Saint. I remember The Saint, man. That's the one I really want to watch. I want to watch Willow and The Saint. He had the voice. He did the voice in the Prince of Egypt. That was great. And Deja Vu, man. It was nice to see him in Deja Vu. That was really cool. So that was cool. Now, I guess I can talk about some of the stuff in his personal life, man. I mean, he was a lifelong Christian Scientist. And I did not know that he had some, not to sully his name or anything, but this is out there. He had a reputation of being difficult to work with. Had feuds with a bunch of folks. I did not know that Joel Schumacher called him childish and impossible. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. It wasn't something that stuck in my mind if I did hear about it. And yeah, I mean, there's some folks that didn't like his work ethic. I don't know what that was about. Maybe I can look at the documentary and find out. Mira Sorvino said she didn't have an issue working with the guy. So I don't know. But he's also had contributed to various different things here. This man, he lobbied Congress on behalf of the Equitable Access to Care and Health Act. So he was, trying to help you out with that. And he was like, to provide additional religious exemption from individual health coverage, mandate of Obamacare. He was somebody who was for the people. So I appreciate what he was doing in that regard. Because like I said, I didn't know too much about the guy. But man, it's a shame to see that man go. He was a good talent. I liked Val Kilmer. I really did. When I saw him as Batman, I was like, oh, this is cool. He has a nice look, nice Bruce Wayne look, a nice look that is, I don't know, maybe a different version of Michael Keaton. You know what I mean? It was really cool. And as I'm speaking to you now, there's a sale going on for the Batmobile from that movie. And I'm not really a fan of that Batmobile, but seeing that Batmobile was his, like literally his, he's the only one that had it. That movie was his, that Batmobile was his, that suit is his. And I don't have as you can see, I don't have the classic suit. I have this night suit, whatever you want to call it, stealth suit, whatever it is. And I like this one anyway because it was just different. I thought it was really, really cool. And regardless of what you want to say about McFarlane and how he kind of McFarlaneized some of the stuff, but this is nice. But that Batmobile is on sale right now for $30-something, like $38, like $42 and some change after all the taxes included and everything. So I'll be getting that. Whenever I get that, I'm going to review that. And I'm going to sit this man in the Batmobile and have him just ride off into the sunset because he has no more suffering and no more pain, and I'm happy about that. That's important. I pray peace for his family and his friends because they lost somebody that they cared about, and he definitely had an impact on our lives, regardless. He was like one of the leading men that wasn't a leading man, Really cool. So enjoy watching the movies and reminiscing about. Sorry about that. My video cut out. But yes, as I was saying, enjoy the movies that he did to celebrate this man and what he gave us, because he was a good actor. And like I said, I'm gonna give you a little bit more of his charity work. I mean, this man, he made several trips to New Orleans and for the Hurricane Katrina disaster relief. This man was a supporter of Native American affairs and advocated for environmental protection. And I'm all about protecting the environment. So that just really cool stuff, man. I mean, he may not have a long laundry list of things, but still, sometimes it's the small things. Sometimes it's the little things that matter. You know what I mean? And so, Val Kilmer, everybody. Val Kilmer, our peak 90s Batman, has left the building, left the Batcave. So, I don't know, man. I kind of want to end it on a high note. I don't know how to do it. I guess I could put that little thing that he did in Top Gun. That thing he did in Top Gun where he like chomped his teeth at somebody. I may have to like put a clip and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But I was like, what was that? Why did you do that? Right? I'm gonna put a clip in there about that. All right, I'm going to show you that clip I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. This scene here is when like Maverick and Goose went below the hard deck or whatever, and it was just really dangerous. And he's like, What's your problem? What's your deal with me? And here he goes with this.
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
That's right. Nice, man. I am dangerous.
What was that? Why did he do that? Who does that? Like, was that cool? Like, where is... Somebody explained to me, like, was somebody doing that in the 80s? They were just chomping their teeth at somebody to prove a point. Like, I don't really care about what you say, what you got to say. Help me out with that. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about. It was fun. I mean, nobody else has done that. I don't think I've seen that in any other movie. But, hey, that's his. And that's one of the things we can remember about him, man. It's such a quirky choice, boy. I don't know. It's funny. So anyway, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a good time reminiscing about Val. And, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Next video I do should be a more positive one. So have fun collecting, folks, because collecting is fun. Later days.